Humility, 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 humility. Be humble, be humble, be humble. You have heard the word humility ever since the day you were born. You have gotten the advice of be humble ever since the day you were made. And many of you don't even understand what that means. And you don't even want to understand because you don't know the value of humility. Humility is a necessary criteria to become great. It takes you reducing your ego to learn from your fellow man. Many of you, the reason why you are where you are is because you refuse to learn. You take offense at anything that challenges your worldview. You care about winning arguments rather than being true. So when you see that you are not right, you keep on arguing because you don't want to be shamed. Your ego is too big. Your ego is too big. You need to humble yourself in order to learn, in order to move forward in life, in order to win. Have you seen the way a Formula One race car is designed? It has to be made flat. The reason why it's made flat is because it needs to be low so that it can speed through the air. If not, if it was as big as the cars that we drive on the road, the resistance from air will cause it to lose control and crash when it starts to move at a certain amount of speed. The same way, when you want to go forward in life, you must be willing to put your head down. Be confident, be bold, yes, but don't step on people's heads. Don't oppress people. If you study, go and research what I'm saying so that you will deeply understand it. If you see those that run races, 100-meter race, when they want to start, they boost their head forward like this. They bend their head forward as they are running. And when they want to finish, if you check, you will see that they bend their head forward as they want to finish. When I saw that, a wise man helped me to understand something. When you want to start your race, if you want to move forward, it takes humility to get ahead. And when you want to finish your race, it takes humility to finish strong. When you are humble, you seek to learn. And those who keep on learning will keep rising in life. I say this all the time. I'm going to say it again today. Be humble, yes. But don't be so humble that you disappear. Just like how there's heat and there's cold, and every human being likes to be in the middle, room temperature. Nobody likes to be at 100 degrees. If you were at 100 degrees for a long time, you would die. And nobody likes to be at 0 degrees. If you were at 0 degrees, you would die. So everyday temperature is like 37 degrees, 32 degrees. That temperature that you can manage at is like in the middle. That's the same way. There is humility and then there is insecurity. Sorry, there is pride, there is ego, there is a big ego, and then there is insecurity. You don't want to be a guy with a big ego, and you don't want to be a guy that is insecure. So you should want to be the guy that is in the middle. You know who you are, you know your value, but you do not use it as an excuse to step on other people. And also, you are humble enough to learn. You are humble enough to get better. You are humble enough to admit when you make a mistake. But you are not insecure enough to allow somebody to step on your head. So do you see what I'm trying to portray to you now? I'm trying to communicate to you what true strength looks like. That you know when to stand for your right. You know when to be bold. You know when to be immovable. And you know when to humble yourself. You do not allow anybody step on you, and you do not step on others. That is true strength. Jesus said that love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do to others what you want them to do to you. This is the mentality you should carry. Jesus said the greatest among you is the one that serves. If you want to be great, then you must give something valuable to the human race, like a servant. And for you see, one thing about success is that you don't start on day one and expect to see success on day 7 or day 2 or even day 10 or day 30. No, it takes time. But you gotta be humble enough to just keep on giving. Sometimes for years. And then you'll be recognized. But some of you will start and you'll be like, how can I be suffering and I'm not seeing results? That's life. It takes humility to admit that you are no better than anybody. So therefore, you know that what will take you ahead of them is you being willing to work more than them. Because your face does not matter. Be humble. That's the greatest advice I can give you. And Jesus said in Matthew 5, happy and blessed are the humble, for they shall receive what God has promised.